Hi Nana. So let's do another problem. Okay, so మనకి ఇలా ఒక సిరీస్ ఇచ్చారు. You have to show this. So first of all ఏంటి nth term రాసుకోవాలి. What is the nth term of the series? 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus and so on n cube కదా. So as you see first term లో 1 cube ఉంది, second term లో 1 cube plus 2 cube, third term లో 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube. So nth term లో 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube and so on up till n cube. Okay, that's what we're going to use. And then after this nana denominator lo em ravali. So it's 1 plus 3 is the second term, third term is 1 plus 3 plus 5. Okay, so what can be the similarity? Ili 1 ante, okay, here n is equal to 1. Ikkada suppose n is equal to 2, can it be 1 plus 2 into n minus 1, 2 into 2 minus 1 kada. Ikkada 1 plus 3 plus n is equal to 3 ikkada third term kada. So 2 into 3 minus 1. Okay, so అలాగా up till nth term అనుకుంటే ఏమవ్వాలి? 1 plus 3 plus 5 and so on. Nth term is going to be just 2n minus 1 kada, from what we saw in this previous pattern. Okay, so you just have to look at the pattern. Numerator pattern enti, denominator pattern enti, and just write down the step. Okay, now once this is done we have to simplify this kadama. Numerator lo sum of cubes is given by n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Okay, ఎప్పుడైనా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, sum of cubes of natural numbers is this formula. So you have to note that down. So let's just put it here, n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. This is just the numerator. Okay, denominator lo enti? Denominator, consider 1 plus 3 plus 5 and so on up till 2n minus 1. Isn't this an arithmetic progression? Kada, ఇది nth term, ఇది first term, ఇది second term, ఇది third term and so on up till n terms ఉంది. So sum to n terms ఏంటి నాన్న? Number of terms by 2 into first term plus last term కదా. చూసాం కదా మనం ఆల్రెడీ 10th grade లో. ఎన్ని టర్మ్స్ ఉన్నాయి? n by 2 into first term ఏంటి? 1 plus last term ఏంటి? 2n minus 1. So 1 will get cancelled. We are left with 2n square by 2 అంటే 2 cancel అయిపోతే it's just n square. Okay, so ఇక్కడ divided by n square. So మనకి సింప్లిఫై చేస్తే nth టర్మ్ ఏంటి నాన్న? n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4 whole divided by n square. So obviously this can be written as 4 into n square కదా. 4 by n square అంటే మనం అది డినామినేటర్లో కలిపేసుకోవచ్చు దీన్ని. సో n square cancel అయిపోయి your nth term is just n plus 1 whole square by 4. So this formula nana you have to remember ma, sum of cubes. Okay, and the sum of squares formula also has to be remembered, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay, alright, coming back to our question. Now that you found out the nth term, what are you supposed to do? We are supposed to do the 4 steps of the problem kada. So first of all let us write the series. ఇప్పుడు మనం nth term కనుక్కున్నాక సిరీస్ రాసుకుందాం. 1 cube plus 2 cube by 1 plus 3 and so on up till nth term ఏంటి ఇప్పుడు మనకి? n plus 1 whole square by 4 is equal to n by 24 into 2n square plus 9n plus 13. Okay nana, alright. So first ఏంటి? Consider n is equal to 1. First part of the problem చెప్పగా దీని తర్వాత consider n is equal to 1. సో ఇది p of n అనుకుందాం ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్. If n is equal to 1, LHS ఏం అవ్వాలమ్మా? జస్ట్ 1 క్యూబే కదా, 1. RHS ఏం అవ్వాలి? 1/24 into 2 into 1 square is just 1, plus 9 into 1 is just 9, plus 13. So 11 plus 13, 24, 24/24 is 1. Okay, LHS is equal to RHS, and therefore P of 1 holds true. P of 1 holds true. Now comes the second part of the problem. Em chestam manam ikkada? We have to assume that this statement is true for, assume that P of K holds true. అంటే n is equal to k కి ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ ట్రూ అని అజ్యూమ్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, యాజ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ రాసేద్దాం. ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ n మనము k రాసుకుంటాం. సో p of k is equal to 1 cube by 1 plus 1 cube plus 2 cube by 1 plus 3 and so on up till k plus 1 whole square by 4 is equal to k by 24 into 2k square plus 9k plus 13. ఓకే, దీన్ని మనము ఒక డబ్బాలో ఇలా వేసుకొని we will name it as equation 1. Okay, now for the third part of problem, what do you have to do to show that P of k plus 1 holds true? So ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ LHS తీసుకోవాలి. సో కన్సిడర్ LHS. P of k plus 1 will be equal to 1 cube by 1 plus 1 cube plus 2 cube by 1 plus 3 అంటే ఏంటి, అండ్ సో ఆన్. ఇక్కడ ఒక kth టర్మ్ రావాలి, ప్లస్ ఒక k plus 1th టర్మ్ కూడా రావాలి కదా. k plus 1 ముందు k వస్తుంది కదా, సో విల్ రైట్ ద kth టర్మ్ and then the k plus 1th term. What is the kth term? K plus 1 whole square by 4. Okay, we found out that the nth term is n plus 1 whole square by 4. So in place of n, if you substitute k, it is kth term. In place of n, if you substitute k plus 1, it is the k plus 1th term. Ante kada, whole square by 4. All right, Nana. Ippudu so as we did in the previous problem, from equation 1 you can see that this entire summation is nothing but P of k. Avuna? This is nothing but P of k. Elaga? You can write in brackets from equation 1 plus k plus 2 whole square అయిపోయింది కదా by 4. I have written this only for your reference. I am erasing it. So ఇది మొత్తం P of k plus 4 అయింది. What is the value of P of k ma? We found out కదా. దీని మొత్తం సమ్మేషన్ వాల్యూ మనం ఇక్కడ రాసుకున్నాం కదా. k by 24 is equal to 2k square plus 9k plus 13. So we are going to replace that value. Okay. So k by 24 into 2k square plus 9 square plus 13. Okay, plus k plus 2 whole square by 4. Again, how did you get this value? From equation 1. Also, now you can simplify, just take LCM, multiply this with 6. Kadama? So we will get 1 by 24 into, okay, just LCM this time and you can add up all the terms. 2k cube plus 9k square plus 13k plus 6 into k plus 2 whole square ante k square plus 4 plus 4k. Sorry about that. So that's still further, if you can add it, this is going to become 6k square plus 24k plus 24 kada. So one second, why don't we just replace this here? Alage we don't have to write it. Anni steps rayanakkarledu nana. Okay, nothing, I've just opened the bracket and added them. ఇప్పుడు like terms అన్ని యాడ్ చేసుకుందాం. 1/24 into 2k cube ki there is no like term, k square ki there is 1 kada. So that becomes 15k square plus 13 plus 24 అంటే ఎంత 37k plus 24. Okay na. Now I need to get factors of this cubic equation. I am writing the cubic equation here nana. 2k cube plus 15k square plus 37k plus 24. So dinki, as we did in grade 10, let's find out a value of k that satisfies trial and error. K equal to 0 తీసుకుందాం, k equal to 1 తీసుకుందాం, k equal to -1 తీసుకుందాం. ఫస్ట్ ఈ వాల్యూస్ ట్రై చేద్దాం. Okay, k equal to 0 తీసుకుంటే we will get 24, which will not solve the equation. K equal to 1 తీసుకుంటే you will get some value greater than 0, so we don't need it. K equal to -1 తీసుకుంటే you will get -2 plus 15 minus 37 plus 24. చూసారా? So ఇక్కడ if you take this entire value, you will get -24 plus 24 is equal to 0. అంతే. సో మనము k is equal to -1 ఏంటమ్మా, దీనికి ఒక సొల్యూషన్, దీనికి ఒక రూట్, అంటే k plus 1 is a factor కదా, చూసాం కదా మనము, is a factor. ఓకే, దాని తర్వాత once you get k plus 1 as a factor, what you can do, you divide this cubic equation with k plus 1, మనకు ఒక quadratic equation వస్తుంది. Okay, but that process is very long. Let me show you guys something easier. Okay, which is called synthetic division. Okay, synthetic division చేద్దాం. synthetic division అంటే ఏం లేదు, now we solved for ఒక value of k వచ్చింది మనకి. బేసికలీ cubic equation కి మనకి 3 roots అంటే 3 values of k వస్తాయి usually. So one value of k we got it. సో ఈ వాల్యూ మనం పక్కన పెట్టుకొని మిగతావి జస్ట్ కోఎఫిషియంట్స్ రాసుకుందాం. అంటే k క్యూబ్ టర్మ్ కి కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఇస్ 2, k square term ki coefficient is 15, k term ki coefficient is 37, and the constant term 24 as it is. Okay nana? Ippudu you make a table like this, itla L laga okati pettukoni దీనికి ఫస్ట్ 0 ఇట్లా చేసుకోవాలి, సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. 2 minus 0 అంటే 2 కిందకు వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఈ 2 into కింద ఏది కనుక మనకు వచ్చిందో, యూ హ్యావ్ టు మల్టిప్లై దిస్ విత్ ద k ఫ్యాక్టర్, k వాల్యూ దట్ వీ గాట్. మల్టిప్లై దిస్ విత్ -1 అంటే 2 into -1 అంటే ఎంత, -2. ఇప్పుడు ఈ రెండింటిని యాడ్ చేద్దాం. సారీ, ఇది 2 plus 0 నాన్న. ఈ రెండింటిని యాడ్ చేద్దాం, ఎంత, 13. ఇప్పుడు ఈ 13కి మళ్ళీ -1తో మల్టిప్లై చేద్దాం. ఓకే, k వాల్యూ మనం ఏది కనుక ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసామో ట్రయల్ అండ్ ఎర్రర్తో, యూ మల్టిప్లై దిస్ రిమైండర్, ఓకే, విత్ దాట్ వాల్యూ. 13 into -1 is -13. Now you add these both, what will you get, 24. Now again you multiply this 24 with -1, so what will you get, -24. If you add these both, ఏమొస్తుంది మనకి, 0 వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో ఇది ఇలా పెట్టుకొని, this is gone. Now what you're going to do is, this is going to be 2k square plus ఇది ఒక k square term, ఇది ఒక k term, and ఇది ఒక constant term అన్నమాట. Okay, this is multiplied with the factor. So now we thought కదా k value -1 అంటే ఏంటమ్మా, k plus 1 is a factor. అంటే your cubic equation can be expressed as something like this. Okay, so that's it. 1/24 into k plus 1 into 2k square plus 13k plus 24 ఇలా వచ్చింది మనకి. ఓకేనా? What else? Can we do anything else with this? Alright, so let's leave it at this point ఎందుకంటే దీనికంటే ఎక్కువ మనం ఏం సింప్లిఫై చేయలేము. So this is LHS. Now let's simplify the RHS for the same problem. Okay, so దీనికే consider the RHS for P of k plus 1. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so what given question లో ఏమి ఇచ్చాడమ్మా RHS కి? n by 24 into 2n square plus 9n plus 13. So this is the question. RHS లో ఇచ్చిన question. n place లో మనము k plus 1 replace చేయాలి. So let's just do that. K plus 1 by 24 into 2 into k plus 1 whole square plus 9 into k plus 1 plus 13. Okay, so k plus 1 by 24 again as it is, we'll open the brackets. 2 into k plus 1 whole square ante entunanadi k square plus 1 plus 2k kada into 2. So em ledha, I'm just right here only I'm writing and multiplying. So it is 2k square plus 2 plus 4k, am I right, plus 9k plus 9 plus 13. Okay, this is k plus 1 by 24 into 2k square plus 4k plus 9k ante 13k plus 9 plus 2 11, 11 plus 13 is 24. Hey, look at that, it matched our LHS. Okay, so this is our LHS and this is our RHS. Since both of them are equal, we can say that therefore P of k plus 1 holds true. Therefore this statement, okay, let's start with therefore by mathematical induction. Therefore, by the principle of mathematical induction, this statement holds true for all n belongs to natural numbers. Ante nana, అయిపోయింది problem. So easy peasy. Just that, yeah, of course you should know how to sort of factorize your cubic equations and all these చిన్న formula matram గుర్తుండాలి nana. ఏంటి, sum of cubes, sum of squares and stuff like that. Okay, but already manam grade 10 lo chadukunnam ee concepts, so it shouldn't be very difficult. Okay, so again in this we solved the nth term. Once you got that, you did p of 1 is true, you assumed that p of k is true, you got the statement. Then p of k plus 1 holds true, you considered the LHS, simplified it, got the value. Then you considered RHS, simplified, got the value, both of them are equal, so p of k plus 1 holds true. Therefore, by the principle of mathematical induction, this statement holds true for all n belongs to natural numbers. That's it. Okay, see you in the next video, Nana. Bye.